Greetings YouTube. This is my 4-week project, coding project reflection video. I'll show you a little bit on C and how I got there and how to write a program which asks for your name, and then after that it'll say greetings and some other fun stuff like that. So the description of my project, I kind of went into it a little bit. I took a 4-week course from Harvard. It's completely free, but I didn't get any credits for it for completing. It's actually a semester, but I only did 4 weeks. And they have a lot of cool stuff on there. It's about 50-minute lectures each week, and they're pretty easy, and along with an assignment. So that was pretty fun actually. Mastery of technology used. Harvard, the course CS50, they had the idea that they wanted all of their students to be on the same platform when they started coding, so there's no confusion, no variations from operating systems. So they made a virtual machine file, which a virtual machine runs this file, and it's basically like its separate operating system within your own operating system. And yeah, basically that. So they made a Linux one with a terminal and gedit loaded up, which is a text editing program with terminal built in, and then you can run those programs within the same window. I also went into Scratch, which is a program made by MIT. It's kid-based, it's really simple. It's basically puzzle piece by puzzle piece. You put them together and fit them together so that you create this code which kind of gets the idea in your head. Project plan review. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but that's okay. When I first tried running the virtual machine on my computer, this one, it crashed it, and I had to take it to the tech guys at my school, and they fixed me up. But I've only been actually coding on the virtual machine for 1 or 2 days, so I don't have much experience with it, but I learned a lot of other stuff through the Scratch program, and basically that. Project results, I'll show that after this clip. I learned a lot of stuff basically about C. I'm sure it's not that much, maybe like 0.1 repeating percent of the C language, but that's okay. The biggest thing I learned about coding is it's very, very anal, and it has to be exact or else it won't work. Even the stupidest thing like missing a capitalization on one character will mess everything up. So that's what I learned. Thanks for watching. I'll show the 2 other clips after this. So first I'm going to show you how I learned about this. It's through EDX, and it's actually offered through Harvard University completely free. But if I do complete the semester, I don't get any credit, which is the silly thing, but that's okay because it's free. So each week there are 2 lectures, and they're about 50 minutes long each. And at the end of each week there's also a problem set, which is basically like an assignment that you can complete. I completed the week 0 problem set, which was making a program in Scratch, which I'll show you later. Also, there are walkthroughs and shorts and sections, which is just more content. So now I'm going to show you my Scratch program that I made. Oops, I did not make that yet. Hold on. I'll be back later. Back now with my Scratch program. This isn't the only one I made. I accidentally zipped over the wrong program that I wanted to show, but that's okay. This one's pretty cool too. So if you look over here, this is the program. It says this is an event block, and it says when the sprite is clicked, which means when I click the cat, and then I added a loop which loops forever. He'll change his costume, turn 1 degrees, and then move 50 steps, and then if he hits an edge, he'll bounce. So if we click him, he'll start, and there it is. So now I'm going to show you the actual coding that I did. Okay, so I downloaded a virtual machine which basically runs a separate operating system in a different window within your own operating system, and it's called Visionware, I think. So I'm going to open that up, and it runs on a Linux-based operating system, and the CS50 staff gave this out so all of their students can be on the same operating system, so everyone's on the same plate learning the same thing. So first I'm going to open up Terminal, and I'm going to open up gedit by typing gedit. Here it comes. So first I'm going to save my document to YOLO, and I'm going to save that in the desktop, and that'll become important later. So up here you can see my file name, and this is the directory it's located under. It's under desktop. But over here, if you look at my terminal, that is the user that is using the operating system, and then this is the directory that it is in. So if I use the list command and list, it'll show me what is under the directory that I'm in, and you can see desktop, and that's where I want to go. So I'm going to use the command change directory cd and move to desktop. So now you can tell it changed, and that matches up. So if I hit the list command again, you can see YOLO, and after all it is in the desktop, so that works out pretty well. So now I'm going to change the name to YOLO.c because I forgot to do that, and that'll come in be important later. So I changed it, and there it is again. So now I'm going to save one more time, and I'm going to start writing my program, and I'm going to list just to make sure it's there. Yep, YOLO.c. So the first thing you want to do when writing in C is you need to include a library, which is a set of pre-written coding instructions which is built in with the language. So I'm going to use hashtag include bracket stdio.h, and the .h suffix means it's a heading code, and that's something, it's a library that's included. And I'm going to include the CS50.h heading library as well. Then I'm going to use an int main function, and that basically tells the computer where to start with your set of coding instructions. And then a squiggly bracket and one more, and then whatever is between those squiggly brackets is what the computer is going to read. So I'm going to make a program that the computer is going to ask for your name, and then you'll type in the name, and then it'll say hello, the name. So I'm going to use the printf function to write state your name, period, and then a /n, which creates a new line. And whatever you want the printf function to say, it needs to be inside parentheses, inside quotation marks, and then at the very end you need a semicolon. After that, I'm going to use the string function, which basically goes and it's a placeholder which holds a variable, and the string s function is going to be a function which is called getString, which will ask for what the string is going to say from the user, if that makes sense. And then next I'm going to use the printf function again and say hello, comma, what is this called? Percentage, yeah, percentage. That %s, basically, it's a variable holder for the string s, which is a placeholder. So whatever is the string s, the %s will become that. And then I'm going to create a new line, quotations, comma, s, inside the parentheses. So this should work, and hopefully it will, but before I do that, I need to convert my source code into object code. So the way the computer does that is, well, the way the stdio.h does that is called a make function. So I'm going to make the YOLO, which, Okay, so I re-ran the make function, and I'm not quite sure what the bug was, but I just retyped that line of code right here, the second printf function, and it seemed to work. So the make function is actually a function inside of the stdio, which uses the clang function, which basically converts the source code into object code, which the computer can read and then run. So then I'm going to use the run command, which is a period backslash. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you what the make function does. So if I relist, you'll see that a second file has been created by the make function. Instead of yolo.c, it became YOLO, and because it is green, that means that the computer can run it. So I'm going to use the run function, which is a period and backslash, and just YOLO. State your name, Vision Tech. Hello, Vision Tech. Alright, seemed to work. Only one bug, so that was pretty smooth. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.